your targeted niche. What is niche marketing, first of all? Niche marketing is a focused message. It's a niche or target marketing delivers a focused or a targeted message to a group identified on the basis of their shared belief system, social or their personal history or their lifestyle. So it's basically a focused message to a group that you're going to be identifying on the basis of their shared beliefs and stuff that they have. So it's going to be a certain focused message, and I want you to remember that, focused, targeted, because we don't want to just be all over the board. We want to find that very targeted niche. You've heard that saying probably a lot of times. Find that targeted niche market that you're passionate about. It's not always easy. Finding the right niche for your authority website isn't always going to be easy, but don't let this process stop you cold in the tracks. It's something that if it's something that's just holding you back, let's just find something that's profitable for you to get going with, and to get you started going through the process, figuring out how to get things going, and then go from there. When I first got started, I was not a bit interested in what I got started in. I stayed in that same niche, but I found things that I enjoyed doing in there to make it interesting for me to go. But it probably would not have been all that easy for me to get started in if I would not have had help. Authority and credibility. One of your main goals that you need to accomplish is by establishing yourself as an authority in your niche. You've got to develop that credibility, because people do not buy from people that they do not feel have the credibility or the authority to be able to put products out there. If you have if there's a product out there and people don't believe that in that person that has that product, they don't look at them as being somebody credible. You need to build that authority and credibility. And one of the best way to do that is to develop a product, because that starts establishing that credibility and the authority that you need. You need to stand out in your market as the authority. And once again, sometimes that's not always easy to do, especially when you pick a niche that is very, very competitive, like so many people try to do. By doing so, you're going to establish credibility and trust in your market, and this is a must to dominate your niche. You've got to establish that authority and the credibility. If you're still looking for a topic, you may not need to look any further than your own experiences. You may have many marketable skills and talents that you haven't seen in a marketable light yet. And that's the biggest thing, is most everybody has something that is a very marketable skill or a talent, and the only thing that they haven't seen is they haven't seen this in a marketable light. And I want to emphasize the word yet, because a little bit of discovery and you soon will. You may be saying to yourself, but I'm not an expert at anything. Trust me, everyone knows something that others want to know, or can do something that others want to learn. You may know, how to grow the greenest or the most luscious lawn in the neighborhood. So when people drive by your house, they're like, "Wow, look at that guy's lawn. Man, I wish I knew the secrets to that lawn and stuff." And they go down to their house just down the road and stuff, and they pull in their driveway and they look at that lawn that's all dead and brown and weeds growing all over and stuff, and they see your lawn as being that beautiful lawn that they wish you had. They're having a problem having that nice lawn, and you've got a solution because you have the expertise in knowing how to do that, or you at least knew where to go to get that lawn green. You may be able to cook the perfect roast turkey that is praised by the whole family. You may have been told by others that you've raised a perfect ethical child. And if you have, I would like to buy that ebook. We've got 6 children, and most of them are pretty ethical, I would say. But everyone has very good experiences in life that they can draw from that you are the expert in. Maybe you've had foster children throughout your life or something, that you know how to deal with children that are special needs, or how to deal with the more emotional needs of different children and stuff, that you are going to be able to help other people in life. And there's always going to be somebody that's coming up along that's going to want to know the solutions to the problem that they're having that you're going to be able to help them with. You know, if you don't think that you're an expert at anything, you don't think that you have any value to offer, please think again. Everyone has life experiences, training, and skills that others do not have, but yet they want to learn and know. Some tips to help you discover and prosper in your niche market. First of all, choose a topic that will keep your interest, and that's the most important thing. We're talking about what is your passion, and a lot of times that throws people because they look at their passions as something that they never made money at, so that kind of stops them. Like, how in the world would I make money at the thing that I'm most passionate about? They've never done that before. So think of something that is going to keep your interest most of all. Things that you're knowledgeable about. What is it that you know? What kind of talents and skills do you have? Maybe you're a guitar player that you could teach somebody how to play the guitar. That's a skill you could teach, you know, set up an online training course and stuff and teaching people how to play guitar or piano or something like that. What are your talents and the skills that you have? What are your hobbies? You know, what are those things that you love to do that are going to keep your interest? Now, just because, you know, that you've come up with a bunch of things, there's going to be more to it than that, and we're going to get into this as we go. But first of all, what you need to do is just get yourself a pad of paper and just start going through and listing those things that are your passions, the things that you're knowledgeable about, your talents, your skills, your hobbies. And again, if you're stuck there and you can't quite figure things out, ask the people that are closest to you around you. They're going to know those things that, you know, that you're passionate about. A lot of the times it's those things that you just talk about whenever that subject comes up. You know, somebody goes, "Oh no, here he goes." You know, your passion just kicks in and that enthusiasm is there because people are going to need to feel that enthusiasm. They're going to need to feel that excitement, and they're going to be able to see that when they show up to your website. They're going to be able to tell your passion and if you're excited about what you're trying to teach. Research your target market and come up with an idea for your product. This is very important, and as we go through this course tonight, we're going to be showing you some ways to research your target market and to come up with ideas for your product. You need to choose a topic where the following 3 criteria can be met. People are looking for information to solve a common problem. If there is no problem, there's not going to be a solution to it. Even if you have a solution and nobody is having that problem but you, you know, there's not going to be a whole lot of money into that niche that you're looking into. Are they willing to spend money on that information? A lot of times people come up with a great product. They've got something that they really feel is really, really good. And the problem with it is that other people are really not interested in spending money in that. They can probably go somewhere else and get that for free. It would be something like, maybe let's use like recipes for an example. You can go online and usually find recipes and stuff, maybe for your favorite cherry pie or something like that. You're going out there, you're looking for recipes. You're probably going out there looking for free recipes, and you're probably going to find them all over the place. So somebody might not buy that recipe that you are trying to sell, but you might be able to put a series of recipes together in a book, you know, that in an ebook type format or something that you're going to be able to sell, or at least use for list building, to use for lead generation and stuff. But they've got to be willing to spend money for the information that you have. You personally or are at least moderately interested about the topic. You've got to be at least moderately interested about this because you have to be doing something that's going to keep your attention going, and that's going to excite you about getting into. Now, this third point is optional, but I recommend if you're going to stay interested and motivated to promote your products for months or years to come, you've got to be able to at least be interested. You have the option of choosing something you love or something that is popular. Make your work fun by choosing a market that you enjoy.